Hey guys, Jared here, Magnetic Men's Club. Today's going to be a different video because we did a long form video live with Chase that you can go to. We'll link it down below, and we're talking about masculinity and the fall of masculinity. And in that video we talked a lot about some of the things young men, not even young men, it's really men of all ages, do. One of the biggest things that they do that zap their masculine frame all centers around the internet: porn, social media, and video games. These three things alone can collapse an entire nation, and we're seeing it in real time right now in the United States, and you're also seeing it in the UK and Australia. In these areas, what they call first world problems, young men are inundated with porn, social media, and they're playing video games at record rates that I've never seen before in my life. They're basically checking out of the real world. And in these three scenarios, they're living in a fantasy. They're living an avatar of themselves to escape reality. Now let's talk about the worst one, because men of all ages are experiencing this. And when I say porn, I'm also talking about OnlyFans. And I'm talking about sites that not only take your time and money, but they take your sexual energy out of the reality of this world and they put it into this fake delusional world. Now, porn completely rewires a person's brain to the point where their dopamine levels have to be hit so hard, the pleasure part of the brain has to be hit so hard that they're actually forced to watch different kinds of porn in order to reach that stimuli. This is why if you go to these porn sites, there's fucking tune porn, there's porn like I'm banging my daughter, freaking animal porn. This shit is degenerative behavior. And what happens is it's like that song from Guns N' Roses, Mr. Brownstone. It is a drug. I used to do a little, but the little wouldn't do it, so the little got more and more. They're talking about drugs. Porn is a drug. Social media is a drug. Video games are a drug. They're all the same algorithm. And so when you start watching porn as a young man, innocently enough, I get it. I used to do it. You start masturbating and you start getting used to the idea of, I don't need to go out and get a girlfriend. I don't need to go out and integrate with the world and kind of create a social network. I can just sit here, jerk off, watch some other dude pound this hot girl, and everything's cool. Well, the problem with it is it checks you out of reality, and you're going to be unable to have healthy relationships with a woman. Not just a relationship of the mentality side, is actually a physical relationship, because your mind is so wired on this weird porn that try bringing it up to her. Hey baby, yeah, let's you know what? You should try to pretend to be my daughter, and I'll be the weird uncle or whatever this fucking shit is. She's gonna throw your ass out. The shit that porn creates in your mind is unreal. And even the act of sex with a real woman becomes unreal because you're in this avatar. Your brain does not know the difference. So the more that you watch porn, the more that you're checking out of reality, the less likely and the harder it's going to be for you as a man to actually connect with a girl. She's gonna think you're a weirdo. You're gonna start developing these weird ass traits where you can't even talk to somebody, and you're gonna prefer to be an incel and stay in your room and watch porn. Now, porn is huge. It's a $151 billion industry. So everybody says, oh, I don't watch porn, I don't do this yet. I've never seen a sex shop close. I've never seen, OnlyFans shut down. I've never seen porn sites shut down. People are watching it. And I'm not just saying men, women do it too, but this is a men's channel. It's such a big industry, but we want to be different. We want to be magnetic men. We want to be men of value. Well, if you're watching porn, how can you be valuable? How can that actually help you in real time in this real world? It can't. Porn in and of itself isn't bad if you're with your girlfriend or if your wife and you just want to spice things up and watch some. I'm not saying that. Is by yourself, constantly going into that world to get a release in order to escape your own reality. And we're going to talk about social media because it's the same thing. Think about every app, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all these apps, the algorithms are exactly the same. It's dopamine hits, it's do I get a like, do I get a heart? Even the women posting, half of them are fucking, it's porn. All it is porn. Even if they're in a bathing suit, feeling cute, ha ha ha, it's porn, okay? They're not your girlfriend, you don't know them, and you're giving out your attention. You're giving it away. You might even go into the room and freaking masturbate to a picture of a girl you don't even know. Also, the problem with social media as men is there's always going to be better looking men, men that have more money, men that are doing better in life, and they're going to be on social media. So when you watch this and you see them, you're like, oh, I can never be like that guy. That guy's got it all. I'm just going to stay here and, waste my life. Well, that guy has done things in his life. He was a doer. He did things. He actually has become a producer now. He's producing content. Maybe he is a really good looking guy, so he's using his face or his body to make him money. But he actually has become a producer and he's not a consumer. You have a consumer mindset. When you're watching porn, when you're fucking around on social media, and when you're playing video games, you're a consumer. You're consuming something somebody else produced and you're buying it. Whether you're buying it just through your time, whether you're buying your time, whether you're subscribing to a girl's OnlyFans page, or you're buying a monthly subscription to fucking Call of Duty, you're consuming it and you're living an avatar in a reality that doesn't exist. Now let's talk about video games. I personally do not play video games. I'm older, I'm 48 years old, so I kind of missed that part. I remember playing fucking Atari and going to the, at that time we actually had places you could go play video games. Dave & Buster's is an idea, they have those there. But when you spend 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day playing Call of Duty, think about what you're doing. You're creating a man who's tall, muscular, knows how to shoot every weapon, knows how to strip every weapon. He's out there shooting and killing shit. He's a badass. You've actually created a badass to play a video game, but your fat ass is sitting there playing a guy that you created. So in your mind, that's the guy you want to be, but you're not willing to do the work to be that guy. Now, I'm not saying you have to go join the Navy SEALs or any shit like that, but what you can do is actually stop playing these games for even, if you're doing it 4 hours a day, throttle it back to 1. Take those 3 hours and get your ass to the gym. Start eating healthy. Start realizing that there's a huge world out there that needs you, that they need your intelligence. They need your guidance, but you have to be the one to build yourself up. Just like that video game. You're going through all these different levels, creating this avatar, building him up. That's how men are in their life. Every new year is a new level. Every time you grow as a man, you get to another level. Yeah, you might have different things you have to go through, but that's the part of being a man. That's how you're made. So when you're playing these video games and you're getting better at creating this avatar, just flip it in your mind and get better at creating you and not this fake avatar, not this fake thing. And I know it's hard, and I can't possibly understand, if you're a young man watching this, I can't possibly understand why playing video games is so thrilling. I don't get it, and I'm not going to pretend to get it. But what I can tell you is you're wasting your life, you're wasting your talents, you're wasting your ambition, and this is also zapping you of your own masculinity. It's zapping you of your divine masculinity, what God created you to be. He did not create you to sit in a goddamn couch eating fucking Cheetos, playing Call of Duty, and then go jerking off to some weird ass porn. He did not create you that way. Now, you might say, fuck you, Jared, you don't know my life, you don't know all the shit I've been through. Fair enough. I get it. I don't. But I do know the recipe that works, and I do know the recipe that doesn't. The recipe that does not work in life is watching porn constantly, jerking off, staying on social media, and playing video games. Those three things are a recipe to loserhood. It's a recipe to disaster. It's a recipe to being this feather in the wind that you're not going to have any true value in this world. And that's the sad part, because I know if you're watching this and you're pissed off, just know I know you have value. I know you have worth, but you have to go do that yourself. You have to prove that yourself. You have to get out there and take your lickings. You have to get out there and get some wounds on you. You have to get out there, create true experience in your life. This is something that young men deal with a lot. Look around us in the United States while we have all these feminized men out there. This is why we have all of these men that think they're women, or they want to dress like women, or fucking deer or antelope, or think they're wolves, all this weird shit. It's because they're all in this fake world, this avatar that does not exist, and yet society wants to force it down our throats that, yeah, it's possible, this guy could be a woman. I'm not getting into the subject of that bullshit, but what I am getting into is we need strong men. We need strong leadership. We need strong divine masculinity back. And if we don't get this soon, if we don't turn this around, the United States will not be the beacon of hope for the rest of the world that it has been and already isn't. I fought for this country. I did 12 years. I did a really cool job. We won't get into that, but I loved what I did. But if my younger self went in the military right now, number one, I wouldn't. I cannot fight for a country that's doing this bullshit, that this woke idealism. I will not. And it pisses me off, and it pisses off a lot of veterans and a lot of men, good men that are out there that maybe don't have the voice that I do. Maybe they have jobs. Maybe they have, they can't say something about this, but I can, and I am, and I will, and I won't stop. I need the young men in this world to step up. You gotta stop watching porn. You gotta stop playing hours of video games and just living through this fake world that society actually created for its benefit. It wants a dumb, weak society. Society wants dumb, weak men because they're easy to manipulate. They're easy to control. Strong men, strong-willed men, strong men that have been through shit, they can't control them because they always question the authority. They always question and ask why. A lot of young, weak men today, they're feathers in the wind again. They don't question anything. They just, yep, this guy, this talking head in a suit on the news told me to do this, so I'm going to do that. Why? Need you guys to get back out there. I need you to be the strong, divine men God created you to be. If you need help with this, I will work with you for free. Jump on a free call with me. I'm here to help. If I can't help in my own way turn the society around, then what good am I? How useful can I be? I'm only one person. My job is to create an army of men like me, or who are like-minded like me, that will go out there and say, no, this shit is wrong. It's time to do something about it. It's time to stand up. It's time for men to have a backbone again. It's time for men to reclaim their masculinity and be proud of it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. If you need help with this, click the link down below. Book a free call with me. Let's get to work, guys. This is something that's so much bigger than all of us. This is crippling our society, and I want to help you. My name is Jared Shoemaker. This is Magnetic Men's Club, and we'll talk soon.